Have you ever been told by somebody, I'm only dating for marriage? If you've been told this by someone upon first meeting them within the first week or two, you should do one of two things. You should either one, run, and run. Or two, investigate. Ask the question, what in the hell does that mean? You see, most people will answer that, and to which in my life, I've had people say that to me and I didn't investigate, but I should have ran. Others have said that to me and I investigated and I found out more information and I ran. Then the reason why is because oftentimes when a person says, I'm dating for marriage, they don't really understand what a marriage is. They think marriage is just the two of you being together. But when a person says, I'm dating for marriage, or and you investigate it, or if you don't investigate it, but most oftentimes what they mean is that they are dating for the fairy tale of marriage, for the fairy tale of being married, having the status of marriage, having the security financially of marriage, having the children of marriage, the family of marriage. They are mostly thinking of that. And right off the bat, some of you are saying, well, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's problematic in this sense. And this is what I've discovered over my years of being married and dating and married, is that when most people are focused on, I'm dating for marriage, what they're not focused on is the commitment and the happiness within the relationship itself. You see, when you are focused so much just on the fairy tale, you forget about the person. You forget about what makes the person happy. You forget about when the person needs your emotional support, when the person needs your financial support, when the person needs your physical support. You are forgetting about that because you're selfishly only concerned about having the status of marriage. And when that is your focus, you don't think about the other person. And you will see the other person over time act out on this. You see, when it's a man who is the victim of someone who says that, oh, I'm dating to be married, the symptoms of the problems within the marriage of ignoring the man's emotions, ignoring the man's physical needs, ignoring the man's peaceful needs, ignoring the man's happiness needs, is that he will go out and find somebody else who's going to do that for him. He would cheat on you, basically, as simple as that. Or he finds himself at the end of a bottle, or finds himself hanging out with reckless friends. Those are the three main symptoms that you'll see from a man who is suffering from being with a woman who says that I am dating for marriage. On the flip side of that, when a woman is the victim of a man who says, I'm dating for marriage, and he has not paid attention to her emotional status, he has not paid attention to her physical status, then yes, he's given financial security, he is given the status, and he has the kids and so on and so forth. And her symptoms of being ignored is she starts to have a work husband. She has her reckless girlfriends, and then she has her overindulging financial habits that she participates in. And when you see this, you know that you have a mismatch, you have a problem. You're not in the marriage for what marriage should be. Back in the day, marriage was a economic agreement for building power bases between families, or for settling war disputes or any other type of dispute. Marriage then became romanticized, and after it became more romanticized, now marriage seems more contractual than anything else. To see where the finances are going to go if this relationship ends, we want to let the government get involved. But the true sanctity and idea that marriage should be about, which would be the commitment of two people who desire to live the rest of their lives with each other in a constant thought process of making each other happy every day. You see, I was perfectly happy all by myself. And guess what? She was perfectly happy all by herself. But one of the things that I thoroughly enjoyed is that when we first met, neither one of us was trying to date for marriage. When we first met, we were just friends. And then when I decided that that woman was going to date me, when I decided that that woman was going to date me, And she had no choice in the matter. We still dated each other to get to know each other, to see whether or not we could increase the amount of happiness that each other felt already within their lives. You see, it wasn't about, oh, she complete me. Or for her, it wasn't about, oh, he completes me. No, it wasn't about that at all. I was already complete. And I was already complete too. I was so complete. And I was living my life. That we only increased each other's happiness. And every day, I make a decision to love her every day. And if it doesn't show, I'll ask her every now and then, how's your happy? Where you at on your happy meter, on your love meter? Do you feeling love? Right? And for her, every day I think about how I can make him happy. And I ask him, how's his love meter? Where you at on the love feeling? Huh? Where you at? And that's how we live our lives. Constantly focus on making each other happier in the union, which helps to make us happy. But when a person is just focused on the status of marriage, then you forget about the individual, you forget about the person that you're with. And then when there's no peace in the house, and when there's argument, when you don't like each other, when you're arguing with each other all the time, when there's no shakalaka boom boom going on. Yes, because there's shakalaka boom boom going on all the time. Exactly. When there's none of that going on. And you have this stressed relationship, then neither one of you are happy. And sooner or later, if I ain't getting no shakalaka boom boom, or if I'm feeling undesirable, or if I'm feeling unwanted, unneeded, I'm either going to find myself at the end of a bottle, unlikely. I'm going to find myself cheating, unlikely. Or what's the other sentence I said? Or I'm going to find myself hanging out with the boys, unlikely. But most of the time with me and my state of mind, I'll find myself single again. And for her, I'm either going to find myself with a work husband, unlikely. I'm going to find myself out there shopping, even though I hate shopping, so unlikely. Or I'm going to find myself hanging out with some other girlfriends. Definitely unlikely, since I don't really like hanging around girls and stuff. I really hang around dudes because they make better friends with all them emotions that women have. Be getting all on my nerves and everything. So, what I'm going to do is, I divorce his ass. So, if you're out here dating just for marriage, you need to not just get out there and date for marriage. You need to get out there and you need to date for some companionship. See, she wasn't on time with it. You need to date for companionship and for somebody who just augments your happiness. Not just somebody for the status of marriage and kids, and so that you can have a ring on it. So y'all have a great day. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations. So you got problems.
You started it.